So today's topic is amateur versus professional. This is a series, of course, we're putting together. We're going to talk a little bit about the difference between amateurs and professionals when it comes to open-mindedness or closed-mindedness. An amateur is clearly the closed-minded one. In fact, you can see this in selling. It's a little bit different, but it's an analogy. In sales, one of the rules is if you're going to be effective, after you ask for the sale, so Mr. and Ms. Customer, would you like to go ahead and get started with the product, service, whatever it happens to be, you need to wait and pause. You don't look right at the customer anxiously, and if there's a pause and the customer is thinking, the amateur always wants to fill the space. They want to say something like, well, you wouldn't have to get it, or I could give you a discount or something smaller. Basically what happens is they get an anxiety. The professional pauses and they just wait. Now, again, this isn't a perfect parallel, but they're much more open-minded to what the customer might have to say without feeling like they need to fill the space. There's a lot of people out there, though, who, as amateurs, are always trying to fill space. You'll ask them a question, and they won't answer the question. They're going to distract from it. So, hey, how are you doing? How's the productivity going? And instead of answering the question how the productivity is going, they're going to start talking about something else. Why? Well, because they're not just closed-minded to new ideas, which people can clearly, you wouldn't even need me to say anything about that. You know, what does an amateur do? They're closed-minded to new ideas. Hey, let's do this. No, that'll never work. We know that, whereas a magnanimous person, a person who's a little more open-minded, a professional, is going to say, well, let's consider it. Let's talk about it. That's pretty obvious. But this part of closed-minded versus open-minded, people don't think about. They're mostly closed-minded to self-examination. This is the primary thing that they shut their mind off of. They don't want to look at anything that reflects upon them. So they're very, very closed-minded against it, and they'll distract from it all the time. Whereas a professional is very open-minded. They're even asking the question, how can I improve? Show me the feedback. Put a mirror up against my face because I want to lead through looking at that mirror and seeing what it is that I have to change about my own behaviors. Whereas the amateur is going to say, turn that thing around, shine it at you. I don't want to be around it. I want you to be distracted, not look at my results, what I'm doing. I'm closed-minded to those, and I'm not going to go further. So if you find yourself being defensive and you find yourself being closed-minded and not open, you might just not be truly the professional you could be, and I'd advise you to turn that around a little bit.